Hey everybody, it's Chugga Conroy. Welcome back to more Pokémon White version. Last time, we explored Opelucid City across 2 timelines, learning much about the place, getting lots of great items, and just seeing a lot of interesting stuff in general. Definitely one of the more fascinating cities out there, one of my personal favorites, and I'm just glad that we got to go see and do it all. We did everything except challenge the gym. This time, what else is there to do but go out onto the routes and train for a while? Okay, no. We're not gonna beat around the bush any longer. Not that I could, because that bush is blocked on 3 of its 4 sides. The girl who knows the hearts of dragons, Iris, is our opponent for our last gym battle. Let's get going. Welcome to the Opelucid Gym, the Unova region's strongest and biggest trial. First off, take this fresh water. It'll help you in the challenge ahead. I have a complete set of gym waters. Let me give you a brief explanation of the trick to Opelucid Gym. The path around this gym is shaped like 2 dragons. The path changes when you step on the switches on the dragon's arms. Pay attention to how the dragon's necks move. Starting off, we got a good answer to this place. Hex is gonna be invaluable to us, but I think we're gonna start leading off with Rock just because it is most in need of levels, and that's just kind of how I take care of things. We got mostly ace trainers to battle, and we have a lot of required trainer battles up ahead. The Dragon Gym in Opelucid City is where tough trainers show they can carve out their own path. Well, that's good for me because I got a path that needs a carving, at least a little bit of it left. We got just so many battles. Webster. Fracture. You sure like your names that end in Fracture is yet again a Pokemon that has a little bit of interesting lore behind it. It is the first Generation 5 Pokemon that was ever designed, and I gotta say, they got up to a pretty good start. The Axew family is one of my favorites. Once again, going in line with what I've always said is that when Unova Pokemon are actually cool, they're pretty freaking cool. This is one of the greats out there. These twisty-turny paths are thankfully not as cumbersome to walk on as you might think. You just hold up and you automatically walk in the correct direction. I greatly prefer that over what it could have been like. You have those glowing panels on the floor. Simply stepping on them won't do anything, so let's move this way. I will tell a trainer who beats me how to move forward in this gym. Let me guess, it is on the required pathway in front of me, and you don't need to tell me a thing because the level is already designed for it, meaning that you're entirely pointless in telling me how to do things? Yeah, it's kind of how modern game design is, unfortunately. Dino! Hey! That might be a good reason to use Samurott a little bit, just simply because we have a bug-type move that would deal with you. Not that it overly matters. You're pretty weak. You get pretty low stats. You're an unevolved Pokemon. We should be able to take you out with that in acrobatics. Yep. Very, very cute. Wow, you beat me. Who could have seen that coming? Jump from a triangle mark. When you land on a switch on an arm, the dragon's head will move, and you can move ahead. She didn't actually tell us that in any sort of required text, so I was kind of a self-fulfilling prophecy in being mean to the tutorials. I'm sorry, okay, I'll give you a little bit more credit, designers. I know that you deserve a lot more credit than what some people give you, so I'll give you that much. A lot of people don't realize how hard it is to make a game, even though that's just one line of text that probably didn't take more than a few minutes. Do you understand how dragons' heads move? They have necks, like everything else, except for the Pokemon that mysteriously don't have necks. I think that's kind of how heads move. I don't know, I could be wrong, of course. I'm not really well versed in the biology of dragons. After all, I'm from Unova, land of people who don't know what a Dragonite is. But I guess Dragonite doesn't have a neck now, does it? And Fracture doesn't either. Oh, I'm intrigued. I go to level 43, looking really good there. What else you got? Another Fracture. If I could beat a level 40 Fracture at level 42, I'm pretty sure I can one-shot it at level 43 as well. Yes, I can. You're strong. I guess you just want to know about whatever the heck you just said. You think, okay, I am trying my best to read ahead on that text. I've been doing a little bit better lately. Now, he's just saying that the hands influence how the heads move, and if they're up, the head's gonna go up. If they're down, the head's gonna go down. But I have been trying to read ahead. It's just that reading and talking at the same time is a lot more challenging than you might think it is. Reading one thing and saying another, you know, it's not the most simple thing in the world. And again, we got some wonky perspective right there where it looks like this is an extension of this pathway. At least it does to me. I don't know. Don't knock until you tried it. It is pretty difficult. Are you happy just hanging out with Pokemon? Or do they have to be strong? We'll see which type you are. Hope you don't take me for the one that only likes them because they're strong, because I think I've been using some pretty underused Pokemon so far. Ace Trainer Clara, sending out yet another Fracture. This... Alright. This is one of my complaints, actually. This has been the case in several gyms. I think Elisa, Bryson, and now this have been the worst offenders of it. It's that you'll go through a gym having tons and tons of required battles along the way, and all the while, you're just going to be fighting the same 2 Pokemon the entire time, and there's no variety. And when you get to the gym leader, it isn't changed up at all whatsoever. And if it is, it's like, oh wow, one whole Pokemon that I maybe didn't fight quite as many times as the others. It's kind of a shame, and I've praised Sinnoh before for kind of having a different approach with its gyms where it was more of a type of move than a type of Pokemon. Heck, even Gen 1 did this a little bit where maybe you had, in the ground gym, maybe you fought like a fighting type or something like that, and they just made sure it had a ground move in its moveset. I think that this could have really used that, especially because we have such a small regional Pokedex. I say all this right as soon as we fight our first Druddigan. But still, you know what I mean. We fought a lot of friggin' Fractures up to this point. Friggin' Fractures. That sounds like friggin' frackin' when I say it like that, but I think it really could have used something a little bit different, that we could have used a little bit more variety, even if the Pokemon weren't explicitly the type of the gym. It could have used just something to set it apart. That's what I'm trying to say here. Let's go for Hilbert. You like hurting people with your rough skin? Well, I got news for you. I'm wearing a construction helmet with some rocks on it. I always love it whenever you see like cosplayers at conventions where they cosplay Pokemon and actually wear a Rocky helmet on their head. I've seen that a few times, and it's a really cool idea that I wish more people did. I've seen some really good Rocky helmets out there. Yeah, just fighting a lot of the same Pokemon, not having much variety, it does kind of cause things to get a little bit boring, unfortunately. All right. You look very menacing in the pose you were in there when I was hitting you. If I get a level, no. Ah, my heart aches! Advancing or retreating is up to you, but if you proceed, prepare yourself. Moving forward half-heartedly is disrespectful to your Pokemon. Do I actually have the option to retreat? No, I don't. Shows you, good buddy. I don't have any choice in the matter at all. I gotta keep going through this puzzle if I want any chance to be able to leave. So much for your whole philosophical crap you were trying to force on me. You're no better than a bad English teacher who's looking for symbolism and teaching secondary meanings that aren't actually there and just trying to make everything sound a lot more complicated than what was actually intended. I needed a heal badly, I just realized. So I went and took care of that. And what do you got there, you little blue-haired guy who's like all the other little blue-haired guys? I will test you to see how well you really know Pokemon. If you're testing me by using the same Pokemon that I've been fighting this entire time, buddy, I got news for you. I've had a lot of experience in being well-versed in fighting, Dino. Not quite as much as the others, but still pretty good. Rock. You can handle this, actually. I was a little bit worried, but no, we'll be fine. Down that goes. Fracture. Yep, it's even lower level than the other ones I was able to one-shot. Yeah. Druddigan? I mean, I'll get hurt by the rough skin by using acrobatics on it, and it is pretty bulky, so maybe it'll survive. No, it didn't. And to think I was worried and wanted an ice type for this. You are bringing out your Pokemon's full potential. Ouch, kind of a sick burn to say that an earshot of Krog and all. I guess that kind of furthers it trying really hard and not getting a lot of recognition. I am a trainer. I don't have to get strong myself. All I have to do is support Pokemon so that I can fight at their best. Jeez, how selfish of you would fully... okay, we all kind of stand on the sidelines where our Pokemon do all the hard work, though, but I'm not going to say that in earshot of my Pokemon, even though I might have just done so. Still, you don't say that kind of thing. Everyone kind of knows it, but it's a little bit tasteless to, you know, be so open and brazen about it. This part I always get a little bit confused. Is it... Well, probably not that. Well, maybe. You'll lower your head. No, that's not what I want to do at all. I'll be right back. Found what I gotta do. So we ride this dragon head over, and we got another trainer. I wonder what you'll do as a trainer. I'll fight Pokemon. That's what I'll do. There's not really much option in that. Dara. You know what? I think we've given Archeops plenty of time to deal with all these Pokemon and just kind of beat things in the same old way. Let's mix it up a little bit. Ottawa, get out there and show them your battle cry. Ottawa! It's fun to say. Work up. Cool. I switched out on a good turn. Pierced by Megahorn. Okay, what now? Another Dread again, really? You resist everything else I can do to you, so Megahorn it is. Brute Force right through it, get hurt by the rough skin, but more or less be fine in the end, hopefully. Dragon Claw. Dread again, more like dead again. Ha 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 ha! Alright, there's not a whole lot going on here, so I want to talk about Iris, our opponent in this gym battle up ahead. A lot of people have mixed feelings about Iris. The thing is that in the games, she's pretty cool. I like the idea of having a little girl who is a prodigy who's able to master dragons and just kind of bring out their potential. That's a cool idea. But a lot of people who watch the black and white anime say that she was just utterly ruined for them because they made her this character that has this huge ego, and even though I'm sure some people like the fact that she calls out Ash Ketchum a lot whenever he gets things wrong, because, you know, when you follow him in the show long enough, it is a little bit frustrating that he forgets lessons that he learned just a few dozen episodes ago because they gotta reset things for him to not become too overpowered from region to region. I understand that, but a lot of people get very annoyed at just what an ego she has, how it seems like she's never getting comeuppance for anything. She just mouths off to everyone and has an attitude. A lot of it's kind of unwarranted because she doesn't really do a whole lot of fighting most of the time anyway. I don't know, it's definitely a divisive thing to be sure, and I understand why a lot of people don't like her. And I've said before that I haven't watched like a ton of the black and white anime, but I don't know, in the game universe, I like her a lot. I think that she's a well-designed character. I think that it's an interesting idea for a gym leader, and by far my favorite detail about her, her shoes. For better or for worse, I swear I'm serious. If you look at her official artwork, this is one of my favorite little details in the design of any character. Her shoes, the soles, have dragon footprints on them. So she's this little girl. You would never know that she's a dragon master whatsoever, but as she walks, she leaves dragon footprints in her way, kind of hinting at how powerful she actually is. I like that detail. I think that that's a really cool idea for a little girl who's a dragon tamer. It's really, oh yeah! Oh boy! Oh boy! Yes! I think I'm gonna just bulldoze U-turn, a physical bug-type move that lets you go back to your Pokeball on the same turn that you did damage. Without fast and hard-hitting Rock he is going to be the perfect team leader from here on out. Rock is weak to ice. He's weak to ice, so, you know, we U-turn and go to Hex, and we resist that. Rock is weak to Rock. Terabyte resists that. Rock takes normal damage from fighting, unlike most other flying types. Hilbert can take that. What else can it do? Electric. Haywire gets a buff from that. Terabyte is immune and counters it very well. And then there's the fact that from those, we got Hilbert and Hex just playing off of one another's weaknesses really well, with Hex being resistant to, or being immune to ground, Hilbert being weak to psychic, and Hex just having a lot of special defense. Hex being weak to fighting, we can go into Hilbert from that. This brings together the synergy of this team pretty much full circle. in pretty much any situation, we have a really easy way of switching into something else because this team happens to have a lot of immunities and resistances everywhere on it. I love that so much, and I'm just really happy that now we can finally do it. You know what? No. We are going to do this in the next battle that we participate in. I don't care who it is. That is if we have another regular trainer battle left. Yes, we do. Okay. No, we don't. With this gym twisting and turning everywhere, it can be a little bit hard to know where you have and have not been. Okay. I guess Iris gets to be the guinea pig of it. Oh, Iris! I hope you didn't overhear any of my talking of you. There's a warp pad behind her that you can use to go back to the entrance and heal if you want. Unfortunately, you can't use that to come back after using it once. You'll have to do the entire gym puzzle again, and I don't want to do that. Hi, I'm Iris, the amazingly strong gym leader! Told you she had an ego. Tell me, what Pokemon are you using? How will you fight? Ooh, I'm super curious. So let's just get started. Nice tongue. Well, if the last thing I said wasn't creepy, that definitely was. She's gonna open with Fracture, level 41, Dragon type, rivalry for its ability, so its attacks will be buffed against Pokemon of the same gender. Luckily, Rock's not one of those. Has the moves Dragon Tail, Dragon Dance, Assurance, and Dragon Rage. You are so lucky there's no such things as fairy types in this generation, because oh boy, you would be screwed if there was. We're gonna go for the U-turn. Look at how much this hits, even with neutral damage. Yeah, softens it up very nicely for whoever's gonna come out next. I think... yeah, let's fight using Hilbert a little bit. You're probably gonna get off your Rocky Helmet effect. That's gonna be another thing with the synergy of, oh no. No, 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 this is not a thing that's happening. You, kind sir, or kind madam, referring to both you and your Pokemon, you need to go down this instant. Oh no, you need to go down yesterday is what you need to do. Please let the Sludge Bomb be enough. If you heal, I'm gonna be in serious trouble right after I was just trying to show off. Thank God. Good going, Hilbert. Giving that old poison type damage. Level 43. And Druddigan is level 41, Dragon type, sheer force for its ability, exactly what I would recommend, with the moves Dragon Tail, Revenge, Night Slash, and Chip Away. We have not seen the move Dragon Tail yet. It does damage and then forces the opponent into retreating, kind of dangerous. I think maybe I'll go for the stockpile right now. Yeah, let's do this. It's only got physical moves that it can hit me with, not that that even matters because I get a buff to my special defense as well, but I kind of like to think I'm a physical wall, and why you would go for Revenge and not Night Slash, I have no idea. Yeah, you deserve to be hurt by my Rocky Helmet for that one, because that was very thoughtless. Gonna go for another stockpile. You're actually going for the Night Slash. If you crit, I might be in trouble. Good, you didn't. Sludge Bomb that thing. And if you were playing in Black version, Drayden would be the gym leader instead of Iris. It's one of the bigger version differences out there. There's not any difference other than the genders of the Pokemon that they're using, so it's not really that big a deal, and you're not missing out on a ton. I'm kind of wishing you hadn't done that right about now. Poison damage. Ooh, this is bad. This is pretty bad. You're totally going to heal this turn. There's no question in my mind that that's what you're going to do. I was hoping that I could get through that without getting Dragon Tailed out. You seem to be doing a lot of stupid stuff, and I thought you were going to go for the Night Slash, because the AI is actually pretty smart, and I was thinking that it might see that I was buffing and try to get the critical hit. Hurt by the poison as long as I outspeed you. Yes, I do. That's that. All right. It's gonna suck not having those stockpiles under my belt for what's coming up next. Haxorus, level 43, Dragon type, Mold Breaker for its ability. Dragon Tail, Dragon Dance, / Assurance. This thing is a beast if it gets going. Slam it with everything you've got, because if it gets off enough of those Dragon Dances, there's not going to be much you can do. It is one of the best physical attackers in the game, and this is what I am actually afraid of. I should be very scared right now. Oh, we're speed tied? What? Oh no, you're going for Dragon Tail. What am I thinking? Please send out Hex. Please send out Hex. Please send out Hex. Please send out Hex. Haywire. Okay, you resist everything I do, but I can paralyze you. Please survive. Good, good. I'm happy that Haywire is getting to be useful in this fight. Heck sure as heck isn't. Sure as Hex isn't. Yeah, okay, I need to focus on this. Charge beam? Maybe? She uses a hyper potion. It's no skin off my nose. As long as she stays paralyzed, that's important. She doesn't have full restores, thankfully. All right. That's fine. Hex, you were born to do this fight. Let's send you out there. You got the Never Melt Ice on you. This was what you have been training for all this time. Ice Beam. That's okay. Though I really would have preferred to know if I actually outspeed you with that Dragon Dance under your belt. Yeah? Cryogonal's a beast. Special Sweeper and Special Wall all in the same Pokemon. That's why I love you so much. Your stats the way they are and what you are, I guess you could say you're my special snowflake. I did my best, but we lost. Finally, text I can actually digest at my slow reading speed. Whoa, that was so cool! I'm so happy I could battle a trainer as strong as you. Quite possibly the coolest badge name ever. The Legend Badge. I thought Alder said we were getting Opelucid Badge for this. Hey, that's your 8th badge, right? That's so cool! Now every Pokemon will do what you ask, no matter how big they are. Know what? I'll give you this TM too. Dragon Tail, it is now time for Dragon Tail. I lost the tune. Dragon Tail doesn't just do damage. Sends the other Pokemon back to its Pokeball too. Ooh, hey, I wonder if how Mr. Alder is doing. I wonder if he's battling that trainer called N at the Pokemon League right now. Do you know about the Pokemon League? It's past Victory Road at the end of Route 10. I hadn't mentioned it, but Dragon Tail does have decreased priority. I kind of alluded to it when I said, oh right, it's doing Dragon Tail when I was able to outspeed something when I thought we were speed tied. But that's it. Hello, how is Iris doing? Oh, I came here to report on how to resurrect the legendary Zekrom. I thought it would be better to tell you in person than over the cross-transit-iver. As for the conclusion, well, I haven't figured it out yet. I'm sure the Pokemon will wake up when it deems someone worthy. More importantly, aren't you amazing? You have all 8 of Unova's gym badges now, right? You've become so strong. You probably don't even know it yet, but you've changed a lot since you left New Vema Town. Well then, I'll show you where a strong trainer should head next. Pass through that gate, go down Route 10, and you'll arrive at the badge check gates. Once you get through Victory Road, which is past the gates, you're finally at the Pokemon League. Oh, that just made me think of when I was showing you around the Pokemon Center in Accumula Town. Blair, do you regret setting out on your Pokemon journey? Juniper, it's been an honor to walk with you all this way. Thanks, that's the greatest answer you could give. I was really happy to give you 3 of those Pokemon as a present, because Pokemon create chances to meet more wonderful people in Pokemon. Blair, this is a present for you. The Master Ball. This Master Ball is the most powerful kind of Pokeball. It can catch any Pokemon without fail. This is the only way I can support you, except to say, be true to yourself. No matter what happens, stay strong and keep going with your Pokemon. See you! Juniper is so good. She's so good. She's so good. She's so good. I wish other professors were as good as she is. I don't know. Well, there are a lot of great professors, so I can't really think of any professor I particularly dislike. Let's take a look at our trainer card now that we have all 8 badges. I have avoided showing this screen in great detail because, personally, I thought it was a cool twist that Iris was just this little girl that we knew nothing about in Castelia City, but she wound up having that purpose. All we knew was that she was a strong and very capable trainer for her age, but this screen totally spoils it. It just grays out these portraits and doesn't hide who they are whatsoever. I feel like they could have done silhouettes, but they didn't. Now that we have all the badges, though, they don't play music like they once did. Missed opportunity. You can polish them, though, and it's kind of nice that our first badge stayed polished from last time that we saw it. It's been a while. When you hear that precious little squeaky sound, that means that your badge is as clean as can be. I just thought I would take a little time to polish them all up as much as I possibly could, because we've come a long way. It's also a nice touch that it shows you the date that it was earned on. Unfortunately, because of the seasons changing, my time is a little, how you say, whacked out? Yes. Well, that's all of our badges. And now, with all of them in hand, next time on Pokemon Black and White, we start heading toward the Unova League. See you guys then.